Hi guys, it's me, Maisy, and today I'm going to teach you about the water cycle and also how to make a cute little bracelet that'll help you remember everything you learned today. So it all starts with the sun, represented here by this yellow bead. The sun warms up the water and goes down to plants and is basically the driving force behind the water cycle. So first we'll put our yellow bead on our elastic. Next is evaporation. So when the sun hits the water, it actually evaporates the water, which means it's going up into the air. So we chose that to be represented by this clear bead because you can't see the water when it's in its vapor form being evaporated. So next we'll put on the clear bead. Third is condensation. This happens when all the evaporated water that's in the air groups up and forms clouds. So we represented that with this dark blue bead, because if you think about how clouds look when they're about to rain, they're all dark and kind of scary, so we chose this dark blue bead. Next up is precipitation, which is basically a fancy word for rain or snow or hail, or basically any water that's coming out of the sky. So here I drew it as little raindrops, and we chose to represent it with a little baby blue bead. So, after the water rains down from the sky, it collects in the ground. This step is called collection, and we represented it with a little brown bead to represent the dirt that the water is seeping into. So there's one last step of our water cycle and one last bead on our bracelet, and that is actually the plants. So after water is in the soil, I'm sure you guys already know the plants will absorb the water up through their roots and into their leaves. And after that, sometimes, sort of how people sweat, plants can actually sweat. We call this transpiration, and it's basically when these tiny holes open on the leaves and the water evaporates out. So, lastly, we have this little green bead to represent transpiration. So then, you have a full little bracelet. So there you have it. Not only do we have a cute bracelet, but we also have a nice way to remember the water cycle. And just to go over what the beads mean one last time, yellow is for the sun, clear is for evaporation, dark blue is for condensation, light blue is for precipitation, brown is for collection, and green is for transpiration. Now, thank you guys all so much for watching. I hope to see you again.